You ever played, a Game Boy Pokemon game?
You seriously asking me this question? Of course I did. I still got my Game Boy Color with Pokemon
Are you
Gold.
serious?
Yeah, I still got it.
Oh,
Pokemon
with the
Gold.
regular Pokemon Go. That's Generation 2, isn't it?
Yep, G2. I stopped.
That's wild.
I stopped playing after Sinnoh, which was Gen 4. That's
What
when
is your team, bro? What is your team?
Uh,
What is your team?
are we talking Sinnoh or overall in the generations that I know?
Well, no. Per game. That's always more
Per-
interesting.
Oh, per game.
If we know per game, yeah, exactly. We'll probably know the overall team. But per game is more intimate.
All right, if it's per game, let me
You about to crack the game open?
Nah, not well. That would require a lot for me. I could, but that would require some time.
You know why I'm asking this? I have an emulator on my phone. I just got it.
I used to, back in high school, I would used to those emulators we would play and all that. I would play Pokemon. Yeah, I would play Pokemon, and I did have an emulator on my phone. But it would never really. No, it wouldn't. I stopped playing it because it wouldn't save my it would save my files, but then if something happened to the because it's on Apple doesn't have any emulator apps, so if it was caught saying hey, this app is not supported, then I would have to re-download it, and that would lose all my it would lose all my progress.
This Galaxy Note 9 I got for $400 a year ago, 2 years ago probably now. A Galaxy Note 9, isn't that crazy?
Damn, I don't do that.
Because my friends would always be telling me keep getting Wi-Fi, getting iPhone and shit, and I'm like, listen, I'm not. I don't need an iPhone, right? I'm not a man. People keep trying to go through.
Yeah, I don't really care. I have a lot of Apple products. I have a lot of Apple products, so that's why I have it. But I still got my LG G2 somewhere, and it has a bunch of stuff.
I definitely played Gen 2 first. I think Gold was my first Pokemon game because of those emulators that we played around. And I'm gonna say I literally picked Chikorita first because I was loyal to Charizard. I'm not picking the fucking fire starter. But Totodile got buckets in that game. But then I had to stop picking Totodile because you get a red Gyarados for free in that game. It's what do I look like? The 2 water types in my team.
That would be great to have.
Yeah, water types are kind of good, but honestly, true origin story, I'm a Charizard nigga from head to toe all day, so it was when Austin called me, he was a Blastoise main. That was his favorite. I was a Charizard favorite. It's like an anime, bro.
Yeah, I would. So I would say if I was to pick Gen 1 starter, it would obviously be I love all of them, but I always pick Charmander. Pikachu would be on my roster because I was a huge kid fan for that. Pidgeotto.
Pidgeotto.
Yeah, you gotta use Fly, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I've played Fire Red so many different times now on my emulators. Right now, you know what? On the emulator, you can get all the starters. Even though I have all the starters, the Squirtle's literally level 10 because that's how much I use it. And freaking, I don't know. Charizard right now, he's level 69. Go Charizard. We got a Venusaur level 57, a Dragonite, which I always get, level 60, and I don't know, the rest of my team, they're kind of up in the air because as long as I have Charizard, it's whatever. I have Arc in there. Yeah, for real. Everybody else is just a loose cannon. You said Pikachu, I'm a Jolteon, man. all day.
Jolteon's not bad. Pretty good too. I'm trying to look because I don't feel
Did
like.
you know that? Did you know that Flareon is strong as shit?
Yeah.
Like its attack is like 130 base power, which is like the same as fucking Garchomp.
I'm trying to look and see at what all the Gen 1 to make sure I'm like, all right, who would I have in my roster?
What's your favorite game? Oh, you don't even remember that. It's just
My favorite game is Sinnoh. Sinnoh was my favorite. I mean, I liked every generation up to like Gen 1 through 4 or will always be, because that was my childhood right there. So those will always be my favorite, but but yeah, Gen 4 will always, it has my favorite Pokemon in it. But Gen 1 would be Charmander, Pikachu, Pidgeotto. I'm trying to look and see what's there. Either Nidoran, like one of those, either male or female, because the Nido Queen, Nido King, kind of.
You didn't care which one?
Either one, to be honest, but I would usually end up getting the female.
What game is this in?
Gen 1. I would end up getting the female one a lot of the time, so I had her.
Okay, see, I'm confused because I play Fire Red, which is technically Gen 3.
No, Fire Red and Leaf Green are Gen 1 remasters.
Yeah, those are the ones I play. I can't go below that.
Those are Gen 1s. Essentially, but they're Gen 1 remakes.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, Nido Queen, Nido King, solid ass pick. I usually get Nido King, but you know back when I first started it, I stopped giving a fuck, man. I just started trying to see how many people can Charizard play the game, and all I really need is like grass type.
And then after that, Magmar was pretty decent. I had him. Ditto was decent. Eevee.
Ditto.
Because
how did you get Ditto and Magmar?
How?
Where did Ditto come from? I feel like I know, but like Ditto's like late. You really used Ditto? That's crazy.
I've used him once. Cool. I mean, like he was a unique one. I forgot like where you get him. It was like some abandoned lab. I know that. But other than that, most of the time, like my roster would usually just be the legendaries, like the 3 legendary birds. Dragonite was one. Mewtwo. Never caught Mew. But Gen 2, it would be Cyndaquil.
I don't know how I disconnected.
Because I love my boy Typhlosion. Even though all the starters were good there. And then after that,
I will officially say QJ won that one.
I had...
He had the highest points, so...
Apom. And then I would either have Espeon or Umbreon.
Garnet?
And then, Phanpy, because of Donphan. And then either... Larvitar. That was another one, because Tyranitar was the final.
How did you get those in your... You had to beat the whole game to even get to Larvitar. Are you talking about Fire Red? Which game?
No, Larvitar is Gen 2, so I'm in Johto now. This is Gen 2. This is Heart Gold. This is like gold and silver. This is Lugia and Ho-Oh. These ones.
Oh yeah, gold and silver for me. Like I couldn't find any good Pokemon in those games. I'm gonna be honest.
Nah, Cyndaquil. I mean, that would be my first pick, but either one of them were, all 3 of them were really good.
I think like no hate. No hate. I think that's like the one with Chikorita in it. That's like I don't know.
That's Gen 2.
I think there are a lot of better gens than that one.
That's Gen 2.
Yeah, Chikorita. You know Chikorita is the weakest starter like ever.
Yeah.
I did not know that, but you know Brandon. That's Brandon's favorite starter. I respect him for that.
I mean, I like Chikorita too, but Typhlosion is the Typhlosion is the boy though, so.
You know him and Charizard have the exact same stat numbers.
No wonder why I picked them then.
Did I get kicked out again?
Now,
Oh
Jen.
yeah, you know what's crazy? They all only have one type: water, fire, grass. Like literally.
Yeah, those are the 3 starters. There's never anything else.
Yeah, but Charizard,
But
water,
that-
flying.
Yeah.
Venusaur is grass, poison.
Yeah, but once you evolve, that's when it starts changing. The only one that doesn't change type really, as far as like having a hybrid type, is Trico. Trico stays grass the whole time.
Trico.
Which is Hoenn.
Trico is hot. But
Yeah.
guess what?
Gen 3.
I got to the point. I'm about to start Emerald. I just beat Fire Red completely.
Emerald's
And I'm about
good.
to start Emerald. And I can trade my Emerald Pokemon into Fire Red. Because I'm about to beat the engine.
Yeah, they can do that. I've seen some people when I was a kid, they would get Deoxys and Fire Red Leaf Green. I'm like, how would you do that? How'd you get them? Because I've been wanting Deoxys. But Hoenn, speaking of Emerald, Hoenn, my starter is Trico because of Sceptile. Even though I fucks with Blaziken and Swampert, but Sceptile was my go-to. And then after that, Beautifly, Swellow, Ralts because of Gardevoir, Aaron because of Aggron. I did have a Plusle or Mining on my team too. Trapinch because of Flygon.
Yeah, honestly, I never even beat other ones, like other Pokemon teams. I mean, other Pokemon games.
Tropius.
I mean, I did beat a lot of them.
Tropius, Absol, Snorunt, Spheal.
You did not have this many Pokemon.
Well, no,
on your team.
no, it's not on my team, but like now I'm just listing like who I would have on my team. Now, like if I needed to switch up stuff, like yeah, I would have them. I would have them. Like I had the Salamence. I had all 3 Reggies. I think Emerald, where I stopped at Emerald. Yeah, because I have Emerald. So for Emerald, I'm forever stuck at this point. I have not opened it in years. But there is a moment where in Emerald, this guy you talk to, he asks you what's your favorite color, red or blue. That signifies whether you're going to get Latios or Latias. So I wanted Latias. So I picked red. And Latias roam, like it's one of those Pokemon that roam around the map and you gotta randomly find them to try and catch them. So I got to a point where it has less than like say 3% health left. And
oh my god,
I have barely any Pokeballs, only a few of them, and all my Pokemon are overpowered. So there's only one Pokemon that I have on my roster who is low level, and the only move that's really good to benefit to do anything is put Latias to sleep to help me catch it. And I have not left that part since.
You can't just run and just re-encounter it?
No, because if you run, you have to randomly find it again on the map. Like it's not going to be like, oh, it's in the same spot. It's going to be wherever, and you got to it's like finding a shiny. You have no idea what to do.
I was going to tell you, instead of using sleep, you need to be using paralysis.
I don't have paralysis.
But you gotta get it. You gotta get it.
Yeah, but if I leave that location and go back, it's going to be gone. It's going to fly elsewhere. So that's why I'm stuck in that point. And if I kill it, that's it. It's not going to come back. So it's like I'm in the Schrodinger's cat right now, where it's like, all right, it's alive or it can be dead. Which one? Like if I take it out in the box, which will it be? So I just left it there, and I have not touched it since. I think one time I did go back to it, but I still couldn't do it. So I just said, you know what? I'm just turn it off. And each time that it ends up dying, then I just turn it off. I don't save it. I don't do nothing. I just turn it off, turn it back on, roam around, and then it's here. And then I try to go for it. And if it don't happen, I just turn it off and start again. I have every other legendary that you can easily get in that game, besides Jirachi and Deoxys. Those are the only two that I don't have.
Ooh, I just found Slug Bomb. Jirachi and Deoxys. It is so weird. Like, it's so crazy how they hid Pokemon in the old games. I feel like the new games just hand shit to you.
Well,
like the old games.
At this point, yeah, because because it's not all. Because most of the legendaries, you would have to go to like GameStop for an event and then have it downloaded to your game, like as a mystery gift and stuff. But people don't do that anymore. The days have changed.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't really gotten any of the. I wanted to get Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, but I don't have a Switch. But the day that I do, I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna grind on it. Because I want to relive Sinnoh, have my Turtwig, start grinding, get my Staraptor up. Because Gen 4, I'll tell you, Torterra, Staraptor, Luxray.
Torterra's getting waxed. Staraptor is a goat. Like, I wish I had played that game just for Staraptor.
Luxray.
Best fucking bird. No, listen. He's the best bird, period. Like, that you can get in that game. He's the best one. I mean, in any game. You know how there's, like, you said Pidgeotto before?
Yeah.
I would never pick Pidgeotto.
Oh no, if I had to pick between Pidgeotto and Staraptor, I'm picking Staraptor because he's better.
But yeah, but no, I'm saying no, I would never pick Pidgeotto at all. It's like at all.
Ooh,
no.
Float Soul. So that's 4.
Float
Soul.
My sister picked him. Float Soul.
Right.
Maybe that's my problem. I'm very judgmental of my Pokemon.
Torterra.
Not only we have it like
Staraptor.
I need like a team of 5
Luxray,
that can just rip through any and everything. You can't be using like 15 different niggas.
Yeah, I'm still on.
Who'd you beat the Elite Four with? That's what matters.
Who the first time?
I was just saying I just got out of a match.
So the first time I beat the Elite Four with Dialga, one of the legendary Lake Guardians, Torterra, who was a level 96 at that time. Mamos, wasn't Mamoswine? I just remember Torterra and Dialga because those two. Oh, and Luxray and Staraptor. Those 4 were the ones that helped stick with me, especially when I had to fight Cynthia. I got her in one try. I was like, roar time, please. I beg you.
You kept roaring her out?
Well, you only get 5 chances to do roar time, so like I sparingly
time.
Like I had stacked myself up. Like I was under leveled like in some parts besides Torterra. Torterra was like my back end, like literally no one could go through Torterra once I got him maxed out. Yeah. Once I got him maxed out, I was like, all right, Torterra. But I would save him for last just so I could train up my other ones. And I'm like, all right, now you're pissing me off. So then I would unleash Torterra to do some damage.
Yeah, that's crazy because, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would definitely pick Infernape in that one. I'll be an Infernape, man.
Nah, I'm a Torterra. Like I love all the starters. Sinnoh is probably one of my favorite gens. Like it would be, if I was to rank the 4 generations that I played, it would be Sinnoh, Kanto, Hoenn, Johto. All of them are great, but that would be my order.
Sinnoh then Kanto.
Yeah. So Sinnoh's first, which is Gen 4.
Johto is your least favorite?
Like if I had to rank all 4, it would be Gen 4, Gen 1, Gen 3, Gen 2. Because
Okay.
Gen 4 has all my favorite Pokemon. And that would really got me back into playing Pokemon again. Like, after I beat Diamond, I went back and played the other ones. And they were good. I liked them. But Gen 4 just had the right amount of everything. That's why everybody was so advocating for remakes. Like, yo, when are y'all remaking Sinnoh? When are you remaking Sinnoh?
Oh, was that when Heart Gold came out?
No, Heart Gold was Gen 2 remakes. Brilliant Diamond
Shine. The remake came out in Gen 4.
No. Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl came out during the like literally last year.
I think. Oh, wait, what?
Heart Gold, and Soul Silver was back on the DS.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's when people got hyped that like you could have your Pokemon by your side again, because that was a good mechanic. Like whoever you had in your first, like in your roster, whoever was first, they would like walk beside you.
I got so many fucking people. Like I got so many Pokemon game because Austin had given me all his old Pokemons. I got like all the ones from my Game Boy in there. And, like Charizard following me and shit. Like that shit was one of the best ones.
And then after that, I just fell off. Like all these, I don't know on any of these later generations.
Actually, I picked it up during those like X and shit, like X and Y and stuff. I actually played through that game, which is crazy.
I know.
The game was cool. And then, no, Black and White. Black and White. I played Black and White, and that was a cool game. I don't know. That was kind of like the weirdest. It was like Pokemon. It wasn't going in a more childish direction during that time, I would say, as opposed to some of its other times.
Well, when I started getting back into Pokemon, just for the fun of like looking at it, I think this is Sword and Shield. No, this is Sun and Moon. What is it? The ultimates, or what are they called? They're like mega. They're like they're Pokemon that I saw that you can only catch them in like they're like in alternate dimensions and stuff.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Ultra Beast. That's what it is. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. They came out with Ultra Beast. So they're like, you go to certain parts of the map, and it would transport you to a different dimension where there's an Ultra Beast that you battle, and obviously you either catch it or not. So you know they're like technically legendaries and stuff. And one of them is Buzzwole. That was the one that got me back into like looking at Pokemon again, because I was seeing Buzzwole around a lot as a meme, and I was talking about and I was talking to one of my friends in college, because that was when it was out, and we were just talking, and it was just funny. You're just like, yo, like imagine just this giant bug. Like there was a clip, I think it was in the show, Buzzwole, like you know how big Snorlax is, right? Now imagine a giant beefy bug just sucking away all of the life energy and blood out of Snorlax, to the point that Snorlax is nothing like a deflated bag. That's Buzzwole. I was like, yo, he just slurping him up. And then there's one where there's this YouTube clip where it was a trainer doing a battle, and Buzzwole just appears behind him and starts beating the crap out of the trainer. But they dubbed it to Dio's voice. I was like, hey,
how tall is Buzzwole?
I will look for you right now. How big he's big. He is 7'10", and he weighs 735 pounds. That man is big.
What?
Like it's somebody that would hit the gym.
What? That's not even a person. That's bigger than all people.
He hits the gym all day.
Is there a point? What point do you reach in Pokemon Emerald where you can treat your Pokemon to the mates? You know.
I think it was a little bit. It's definitely after you beat the game, though.
Really?
Yeah, it's the same
You gotta
with.
beat the whole game.
Yeah, it's the same with Fire Red. Like it's after you beat the game, and you find those 2 stones or whatever for the guy's machine, and then he's like, "Yeah, you can go across.
You know what? I'm
You
gonna
can
give myself
you
all
can
3 starters.
you can train off of space time and trade Pokemon with some random person in Hoenn." It's like, "Oh wow, that's cool."
I'm low-key tight. I'm low-key tight. I'm gonna figure it out. So instead of, because I can never find Pokemon in this game,
Yo,
I'm just gonna give
if
myself.
you're on an emulator, so you can use codes to get
Bro, I
them.
suck at using codes. My codes
Like
they
literally
never
when
know
I
what to
had
do with them.
like literally when I had the emulator, I had unlocked Mew. I had like every Pokemon that I couldn't get naturally on my roster.
Oh my
Like
god.
the only problem,
I mean,
and they were all level 100. And the problem was I didn't have any gym badges, so they never listened. I was like, all right.
exactly that too. I'm not trying to go through that. Well, I just beat the Fire Red game,
The only time
but
I don't know. Have you ever played? No, you haven't played on DS before. Like back in the day. Like all the other games.
yeah, I played on DS.
Okay, so you remember Action Replay?
Ooh, I never had it, but I know people who just cheated Pokemon into their games. Yeah.
Yeah, I had Action Replay. I got it for Christmas, and that's how I was able to get Darkrai, Shaman, and Arceus. Arceus, they say. Those ones I got through that. Action Replay was
Roblox be having everything at this point.
an old thing, man. People won't know about it nowadays.
Demon Slayer battle thing going on.
Yeah, I kind of want to actually replay for the new games, TBH, because I want all my starters back, but I gave up all my old games.
Nah, they Action Replay ain't gonna work now. Especially with the Switch, yeah, it ain't gonna work.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I think I would need every starter. Do you think I need any other Pokemon in this game if I have all 3 starters?
What are you playing? Which gen?
Emerald.
Emerald? Yeah, come on now. You got despite the starters, let me look at it again. Cause there's some good Hoenn characters.
What should I? I'm gonna name my Trico Zoro. I feel like he got big Zoro energy.
Zoro.
Is Zoro have 2 R's or 1 R in it?
It's 2 R's.
Z-O-R-R-O.
Bagon is 1, because that'll evolve into Salamence. Snorunt, a good one.
No, there's 2 R's in Zoro?
Yeah, I said that.
I thought you went back on what you were saying.
No, I said Zoro has 2 R's, and then I was telling you Bagon is a good one.
Oh, you did get a Salamence? Hell yeah.
Yeah, Snorunt for Glalie. Absol's pretty decent. Absol. It's it looks like a wolf, but it has a blade on the side.
Mm.
They're pretty good.
Is it good?
They're pretty. Yeah, I like them.
Oh my gosh, she has a Torchic, just like the show. The Torchic beat the shit out of me.
Milo Tick is pretty good too. So if you ever find a Phoebus,
a Phoebus? What are you saying?
If you get a Phoebus, you'll get a Milo Tick. Phoebus is
yeah, it's a Phoebus.
Yeah, Phoebus.
Let me say Phoebus. What is it saying this? What should I name my Torchic? AFC?
Bruh. Agron?
I'm gonna name it KF Kick It. So, Kentucky Fried Kick It. Instead of Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Bruh.
That's better.
I feel like you'd be a Shed a Ninja guy too.
Shit ninja guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
shit
he only has 1 health.
Explode. Breloom's good for poisoning people. Gardevoir is great. Swallow's good too. Especially for, like, because Swallow's like literally the only good flying type besides Flygon.
Oh, Swellow's alright.
Yeah,
It only has 1 evolution though.
Yeah, no, but as far as like flying types go in that game, like unless you got whatchamacallit, well, Salamence you could fly, but that's after all the evolution. But if you got Flygon, but there's not many flying types, so Swellow's like one of the like especially starting out, he's good to have.
I don't need flying type though, because I have all the starters.
How are you gonna traverse through the map? Were you just gonna teleport?
Yeah. I mean, I don't need to be leveled up. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, but
I'm
how?
just like, these starters are so weak.
Because your starters don't fly. None of them fly.
Yeah, no, they don't fly. But like, yeah, I don't know. I just take a random Pokemon out the box with wings and teach it fly and just have it go in the back of my team.
Yeah, and Swellow's the only one that's really a flying type. There's not many flying types in this gen.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I use Wingull. You use
He's a little.
You know that water flying type?
Yeah, the seagull.
Yeah, the seagull guy. Yeah, I use him. Cause I can use fly and surf and all that. I like to use multiple things.
Oh, you like putting all your HMs on one Pokemon. Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that. That's a waste.
I can't put a HM on my regular Pokemon, bro. The only HM that's good during battle is Surf. Other than that, like
Fly is good because usually if you get the first get the first move, you fly up. Then the other opponent, their move is wasted, and then you attack, and then that's it. Like it's pretty.
Yeah, and then they hit you if they don't die from that.
That's why you put fly on your strongest bird.
Batman has to go.
Well, if it meant that, then I would just put fly on Dragonite. Dragonite would just be saucing people.
That's if you got that's if you got Dragonite on Emerald. So you're working on an emulator. If you had the actual game, ain't no way you getting a Dragonite. You fighting.
That's true.
You fighting through with the gens you got.
Wait, so if you had to choose 3 starters from any generation, and they don't have to be, like, they could be 3 fire Pokemon if you want, any typing, what would it be?
So 3 starters from the generations that I had that I played. It would be Torterra. Turtwig, Trico, Cyndaquil, Charmander.
That's it. That's 3. I mean, that's 4.
I thought you said 4, but if it's 3,
that's it. 3.
If it's 3, then it would be Charmander, Turtwig, and what did I say? Charmander, Turtwig, and Trico.
Okay. No water types, 2 grass types. Oh no, man. Oh, I know a big Charizard.
All I know is Kanto having Charmander was a regret in the first match against Brock, because Brock's a ground type. Having a fire type wasn't helpful. But when I had, but when I, having Charmander as your starter and you're going against a rock and water type in the beginning, that was tough. That was like basically picking hard difficulty. Unlike Bulbasaur was easy. Yeah, but that's like later though.
No, you can learn it if you level up before you fight them. Like, I mean, I would learn it. Because I would try to play that shit. I told you, bro. I did not like picking up random Pokemon. I did not like wasting my experience, my trainer experience. Like Pokemon.
You put all your eggs in one basket, not me.
Mhm.
I train mine to have at least some sense. But then if one's more powerful, that's my trump card to be like, all right, let's try and get rid of this.
I mean, honestly, in the beginning, to win with like minimal Pokemon, it's easy. You level up your Charmander, you pick up a main, and he's just chilling somewhere
Nah,
in the bushes right before that. And
nah.
then the Mankey, he's a fighting type. Busts the shit out of that rock type. And then by the time you beat that, you get an Oddish. The Oddish is a grass type, and that means you're Misty. And I probably have a Charizard by then. And I'm just like, fuck it, Charizard. And I don't know. After that, I get Jolteon. By the time I get Jolteon, I get Dragonite. And it's pretty much curtains from then. I can pick whoever the fuck I want once I have Charizard and Dragonite. That's usually the run. Just fucking whenever I would get Charizard strong and shit. I don't know. I try to pick up other Pokemon, but I feel like getting the TMs is hard as stuff. Getting the TMs, like the moves, is hard as shit in some of the games.
Yeah, I don't really use the TMs like that either. I just
Like you're
have
capping.
I just used the like some of the TMs I did use if it actually helped, but for the most part I would just go off of, all right, you leveled up. Now here comes a new move. Do you like to replace this move? I'm like, yeah, I can replace it because I don't need this one anymore or anything like that. But other than that, I don't really.
So that's how you do it. You choose new moves on the fly and just work what they level up with.
Yeah,
And see, but that's the thing.
if I got what I got and it works, why change it?
Well, they always keep the sacred moves, flamethrower, ice beam, thunderbolt. Those three, they always make you buy them. I used to hate it. Like I'm picking up an electric type, and they never fucking learned thunderbolt. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, like
You're an
those
electric type.
like those TMs I would use because I'm like, all right, they're not gonna learn it, so I'll put it on there
Yeah,
because I
that's what I'm
know it
talking about.
works. But besides that, I never really use my TMs. Like I said, if it
I
works, it
literally
works.
had to grind, so Misty did beat my ass.
Because you had a
I
fire
had to,
type.
but that's not even it. It's like literally when you pick your Pokemon in the first battle. I had to grind from level 5 to level 10 just to make sure I could win it. And all I'm gonna do is trade the Trico to the other game. Because honestly, I do not know this game as well as I know Fire Red. I do not feel like struggling. I just want to Swamper in my Fire Red game. Say if somebody started Fire Red all the way over, and I had beat it, and somebody had traded me like a Swampert, can I give a Swampert to the guy who just started?
Yeah, you could trade whatever. Once you have the ability to trade, you can trade whatever Pokemon you want. It's just, say if you had a Swampert and somebody else just started Fire Red and they traded that Swampert, since they don't, depending on it, whether they have any gym badges or not, and whatever level the Swampert's at, it just won't listen to him until he has the amount of badges.
Yeah, I
Because
do
I,
the
because
badge
I,
thing.
because I think when it comes to Swampert, I think you have to have at least 3 or 4 badges. Like, if it's like a level 35 or something, I don't remember. It probably changed it up, but that's what.
Yeah, each badge just gives you another couple levels, basically.
Because I know I got to a point where I transferred some Pokemon over, and half of them
Mm-hmm.
niggas would not listen. I was like, that's okay.
You gotta train. You gotta send them over young. You
No,
gotta
you
send them
can't.
over
You
as
can't do
babies to
that.
train yourself.
You can't do that to legendaries though. Legendaries. That's all I wanted. I was like, oh, I got a legendary. Here you go.
He's a legendary fiend. Oh man, couldn't stay away. Trade. Oh, I don't have 2 Pokemon with me. What the fuck is this? Sorry, I'm trying to trade everything so I can actually beat Emerald illegitimately.
You could beat it easily.
Yeah, especially with all three starters. It's just honestly, I had no faith in the other Pokemon that come with it. I can never make a team just like Heart Gold. You gotta have faith in it. Ugh. And even if Fire Red, I wouldn't choose all three starters normally. They better listen to me, because I don't have any gym badges. I think a level 10 Pokemon listen to me with no gym badges.
Uh, people are people are still talking about that whole Oscar slap.
Yeah, I'm
Are
still
you
on.
serious?
I'm
Yeah.
still
Still talking
I
about
haven't
it.
played a match.
Yeah, it's all fucking like at this point, it's nothing but publicity that Chris Rock is using for his comedy tour. That's all it is.
Choose your character.
Cause what is it, Will Smith? I mean, Will Smith posted out a video 4 months after the event, apologizing and all this other extra stuff and all that. And he was saying that he reached out to Chris Rock and his team, and they didn't want to talk. Well, like, what did he say? He was like, yeah, the message came back was that he was not ready to talk, and an anonymous source close to Rock responded that he doesn't need to talk. And then, lo and behold, at his London show, Chris Rock started just cracking jokes and pretty much just cracking jokes and talking smack. Like, one of the things he said was, he was like, yeah, that shit hurt. He played Ali. I can't even play Floyd Mayweather. And then he started referring to Smith as Suge Smith, who was a reference to the Death Row Records executive, who is currently in prison for voluntary manslaughter. And then Chris Rock said, F your hostage video. Like, for me, I'm just like, yeah, they're just grown adults acting like whatever. Like, it's...
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe Chris Rock's acting like this. I guess he has to make money off.
Hey, he's making money. Like, literally, after that whole event, his tour sold out. So it makes sense. But at the same time, it's like at this point, you're just beating a dead horse. It's only, you can only go with it for so far. And people and a lot of people are like children. Just like, oh yeah, when's the next fight? Blah blah blah. Like, just come on.
What's the next fight? It wasn't even a fight.
Don't count me out.
I don't know. I still think it was staged.
It wasn't staged, but it did help one out than the other. Will Smith is banned from the academy for 10 years, so he's, well, that's what it was supposed to be, but then he left the academy, so, like, which doesn't mean, like, he can't be in movies or nothing. It just means that he, like, when it comes to the Oscars, he just can't vote, like, for Best Picture or who's going to be best whatever, like, whoever wins the award. The whole thing.
One of the people who voted.
Yeah, so the Academy pretty much is full of 10,000 actors from across the country or the world, whatever. And when it comes to award season, they get in the mail or however they get sent it, and it's like, hey, out of these selections here that were nominated, who would you vote to win such and such? And then they just put in their vote.
I always thought that was like public people.
Nah, it wasn't. It's never public people. They tried to do it. They tried to do an award for that, but people got mad, so they canned it. The reason why, no, so they tried to have, it was like best popular movie or something like that. It was one of those categories. It was supposed to be new. It was supposed to, like, you know, be a thing that was separate from Best Picture, and people were mad because they were like, why? Because literally all the nominees that were going to be put under that category were, you know, blockbusters, superhero movies, all this other extra stuff, and they're like, that's not fair, because what if, you know, say if there was a superhero movie that was really good that deserved Best Picture, it can't be nominated for Best Picture because you got it, you know, put under this other category, and that's what that's
nominated for more than one category.
you can, but not say if it was like Best Picture in that other category, it would they pretty much made it to where it's like, all right, it's either one or the other. So it was stupid.
Oh, okay.
I don't really care for the Oscars like that anymore. Like I used to, just for the fun of it, and like it was a worth of like movies. Like, all right, that one deserves it. Like this Oscar season, I want to see who gets nominated because there's only one movie so far that I think deserves Best Picture, and it's Everything Everywhere All at Once. That movie deserves Best Picture. It's hands down one of the most creative and best movies to come out this year, in my opinion. The other movie that I thought was good that should be nominated was Nope.
Oh,
Which,
yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I thought it was decent. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I didn't walk out. I didn't say, "Oh, this sucks," or like, "Oh, seriously," or you know. Like, it was a movie that I had sat there, I enjoyed, and I watched it twice, so that means something. Because some movies...
Second time helped you understand it.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that you have to.
Really?
Yeah. Like, unless you're really somebody that pays attention, like, I paid attention, but there were some parts where I was like, oh, snap, they foreshadowed that there? I didn't know that. And then I would look, and then when I watched it again, I got the whole scope of the story. So that's what I would...
Then that's probably...
That's why I was like, all right, yeah, this is good.
That means they probably made them...
So do you think... I don't know. When you had to watch a movie twice, is it because they just, you know, they just hide information so that you feel like it's easy to write a movie confusing?
I would say... I wouldn't say they wrote it confusingly, they just wrote it smart enough. They wrote it to where it's not like... Because a lot of people nowadays, they look at movies hoping to get spoon-fed information. When, in reality, that's not what a movie... Like, sure, like, dumb movies, but I don't want... Alright, I wouldn't say dumb movies, but, like, movies that you can tell that they're spoon-feeding you everything. Like, for example, say if a villain is telling their whole entire plan, right? That's exposition. They're telling you what they're doing. But if you got the villain just doing everything, subtly in the background, or, you know, secretly plotting to where everything just cultivates at the end, that's like, alright, that's dope. That's pretty cool. Like, I wasn't spoon-fed the information. I just watched it all happen as it was happening.
Have you ever seen Better Call Saul?
I'm gonna try and keep...
No, I've seen clips, I've heard about it, but I'm not real... Like, whenever people will be like, oh, did you see this show? This show was great, blah, 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 blah. It tunes me out. I'm like, yeah, I know it's good, but fan people just turn me down. They just turn me off.
Bro, so wait, have you not watched Breaking Bad?
I've seen a couple episodes of Breaking Bad, yeah. I know all of it. I just never really sat down to be like, yeah, I'm gonna watch it, and then, you know, talk. Like, the only rare times that I'll say that I'll be like, yeah, I'll talk and stuff is The Boys. But that's because I was watching The Boys when it first came out, and people weren't really looking into it until, you know, the episode started coming along, and it's like, oh, wow, yeah, have you seen The Boys? I'm like, yeah, I've been watching it. Where have you been at? Oh, I just started at season 2. Yeah, that's why. I've been at season 1. Ground up.
Started at season 2, like...
That's where most... Yeah, that's an example, but most people, that's how they are. They'll watch something when people say it's good, instead of just watching it on their own accord. I watch it on my own accord, not because someone tells me it's good. I'll hear it's good, I'll look at reviews, and I'll look at clips. I'm like, okay, that's pretty decent, but I want to watch something because I want to watch it, not because somebody tells me it's good.
Continue.
Yeah, you're one of those people. You can't give him any advice. Just give him some breadcrumbs. No, it has to be your idea.
It has to be on my accord. I'm in control. I want to watch.
That's a cool movie. Ludicolo.
Ludicolo.
I like Ludicolo, man. Ludicolo's cool.
Ludicolo.
Choose your character.
That's his kick though has some range.
Pretty sure he was supposed to be
like that be saving me.
He had a sombrero.
All right, good night.
Oh, yo. Yeah, one of these things I saw yesterday. Cause was it on Twitter? This one post said that they were talking about. So you remember that Man of Steel, the Superman versus Zod fight in the city? So on Twitter they were talking about how that scene was that the whole fight scene was inspired by Dragon Ball Z. So a bunch of people were like, "Yo, Zack Snyder should direct a live-action Dragon Ball movie," and I was like, "Bro, you're bugging." But then somebody had posted this image, and were like, "If saying if Zack Snyder had done a live-action Dragon Ball, that shit killed me." I was like, there's no reason why this should be so funny.
I'll just try it. I gotta see it now.
Nah, check it on Discord. I directly sent it to you. It's a statue of Goku.
Oh
It's a statue of Goku that says false god.
Oh my god.
I looked at that, I was like, why?
Yeah. Why did it get so political? Like, so fast?
That's the point. I was like, why is this so funny?
Oh my god.
I'm like, why is this so funny? It's like, and the thing is, though, even in the Dragon Ball universe, people don't know who Goku is. so so false god. I was like, it's like, wow, this makes no sense. I'm definitely gonna make that my profile picture but I don't know for which social media to put it for. That had me dying. That had me.
It's me, Goku. That should be good. If he goes with his things. Have you seen those memes?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ever. I forgot.
Yo, how is
Your
Arya
dad is a
not
fucking
getting
Pokemon
damage
trainer
or
or something like that.
There we
You
go.
what?
Disney.
Oh,
Your dad is a Pokemon trainer.
I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I think you're like the 4th gym leader or something like that.
Yay. There we go.
Looks like he's the first one. He's not the first gym leader. Then some nigga named Routes made me walk away.
Could have sworn that he was like one of the later gym leaders.
Rematch. Let's go.
Let's get it.
Like you see him at one of the gyms, and he's like, "Oh, can't wait to see you. Come beat me or something like that."
Choose your character.
And you gotta come back and beat him later.
Yeah, or something like that.
Buns are gonna get punched, and they're not gonna be mine. Because I'll be doing the
That's
punching.
everyone. I feel like you gotta talk to too many people in this game. Like, I be all over the place in this map. I guess if you know it, you know it. I've been watching people play fucking, like, playthroughs of the games, and they'd be like, yeah, this trainer has 1 C-Dot, it's level 7. They know the other like trainers' movesets and all that shit. And I'm
Prepare
like,
yourself.
how you this into the game? I think you can Google the most of it, but it be sounding like they just know that shit on the fly. Like, you can ask them that in the street and they know.
Oh yeah, the Spider-Man No Way Home leaks leaked out today, 1 year ago. That's crazy. Yeah, 1 year. Yeah, 1 year ago today, the Spider-Man leaks for No Way Home started going around, and I was like, yeah, this is legit. You gotta know the right connections, the right people, find the right avenues.
Like, you used to be into it.
No, it wasn't on Twitter. It was I mean Twitter. They'll spread it like wildfire. But there's this one Discord. I haven't paid attention to them in a while, but it looks like they started purging everything on their page. But this one guy had started a whole Discord where everybody was pretty much like sharing whatever leaks and information that they found out about whatever movie. It all started with No Way Home, but then other movies started coming in, like, you know, She-Hulk, Obi-Wan. Well, those are shows, but like all those other like stuff, like the Multiverse of Madness, like half of the stuff that was leaked. I knew about it from there first. I knew it from there first.
Okay.
But
wait, so their whole big like 8-year plan and shit.
No, as far as like not as far as that, but as far as like any details of whatever upcoming movie was coming up. So like, say for example, when Multiverse of Madness was being released, the Illuminati, like their full roster, plot leaks, like concept art, like all that stuff that started showing up, and then Twitter started like spreading and all the other extra stuff, and people with YouTube talking about it. Like, that's what I don't get. There's some people that will put up like 30 to 40 minute videos talking about a 2-second clip. Like, this is actually like, no, why people do this? It's stupid. It's not like, how would you put 2 seconds and then just spread it to like 40-minute talk about nothing? That's what I saw with this one guy. I follow him a couple times because he covers a lot of like Dragon Ball stuff, and I don't really pay attention besides when the new chapters come out. But usually he would like get the stuff early, like as far as like the sketches, the plot details of the chapter, or like the final inkings and stuff like that. So I'll follow. But then other times he'll just like have breakdowns about certain characters' power levels and their forms, and half of those videos are like 18 to 40 minutes long. So this one of the latest videos that he dropped was about Dragon Ball Superhero. Like, he was talking about how great it was and everything in one of his reviews, but then he posted out nearly I think it was like 20 to 30 minutes. It's around that. It was just like, unnecessary long. Pretty much of him ranting about how the marketing for it was terrible. I'm like, why would you say that a movie is good, but then just be like, you know what? The marketing was complete shit. So, this is why I hate this and all that. Why is it that when Marvel, they'll release a whole 10-year plan, but Dragon Ball can't do? I'm like, dude, it's not Marvel. It's Dragon Ball.
Yeah, dude, relax.
Like, it ain't something. Like, I'm okay with Dragon Ball just randomly just saying,
That shit
hey,
broke records. Like, what is he talking about?
yeah, fact. Like they got the movie out. I don't care when they announce the next show. The manga is still going on. They're taking a break now to figure out the next arc, but like there's still stuff coming. I don't need to know shit like how Marvel's going. Marvel's only doing that because they've been doing it since '08, and people like to be spoon-fed that stuff. I don't care.
Marvel's just used to spend that time. They probably figured out they don't need to spend that much money. You know?
Yeah, they don't even need to do too much marketing now. All they got to do is just go to San Diego Comic-Con, say, hey, this movie's coming out with this person this year on this day. I'm gonna go see it. That's it.
It does itself.
You versus me.
It is its own work from there.
We've done this enough before.
Yeah, Dragon Ball, I mean, it could do the same, but, like, only Dragon Ball fans are gonna go. And that's all you need, because, you know, Mexico, they had, when they had the Tournament of Power, the Goku versus Jiren 2-part special, they had a sold-out stadium to watch that. That was dope. But, like, I don't need to know, like Dragon Ball doesn't need to be like Marvel as far as like phases and like, oh well, this is the next arc and then after this arc is this arc. Like, no, just let them just go do what they gotta do. Fuck.
You knew I was gonna do it to him.
I feel love it. I don't understand why you just want to post a video about how good. No. I said post a whole video about how
You got
stuff
lucky.
and then you already have a video about how much you like it.
Yeah, he already had a video out. Like, just it was like, you know, it's a simple like movie review. Like, I get movie reviews being long because you want to dive into certain parts and all this other extra stuff. But like, do you really have to put out a 20 to 30 minute rant about why the marketing for it was terrible when literally it was #1 in the domestic box office in America and it broke records for an anime? Come on now.
If anything, it should just prove how good the market was. It was so little, but yeah, it still broke it.
It still broke records. It still had people filling up in the theater.
He acted like he missed it because the market was so bad. Again, I really wish I would have seen this movie, but I missed it. No one told me. And as long as you found out, pretty much what it is. You want them in the wait money and like on propaganda and commercials and shit. No.
You know how much commercials and stuff cost nowadays to make and market? It's a lot.
I don't think Americans are used to like anime commercials. You know,
They're not.
on our television.
They're still fascinated by
Anime niggas selling toilet paper to them.
yeah. They're still fascinated by toilets that automatically spray your
Ooh,
butt.
I could have had him.
Well, who for?
Just random people that don't know anything outside of their own world.
You let a toilet spray your butt, Sean?
No, I don't. But I would be interested in trying it just to see what the experience of an automated toilet is. But at the same time, I am in no rush.
Alright.
And even then, even if I had used an automated toilet, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, this is like crazy. Like, you should try this. Like, if you had a white person, it's like, yeah, try out this automatic toilet, and then they'll go around spreading it to all their white friends and be like, oh my god, guys, like, blah blah. It's like Starbucks. They'll be like, yeah, did you try out this new Starbucks?
Don't Pokemon say fancy the combo. Okay, you have to order it just like that, or else you'll get something completely shit. We'll be teaching the bitches different languages. What is the language they order most of those drinks in?
I don't know. They just say venti, grande. I'm like, let me just get a medium or large, please.
And they don't have larges. They literally won't even allow you to just say large and get something. They gotta tell you you can't do it.
Is it venti or grande? I don't know. Just give me the drink. Just give me the fucking drink, please.
Give me the goddamn cup.
Do you want me to go back there and do it myself? That means I get paid your wage today, because it's Labor Day.
$30.
I'm like, you know what? Give me a tip.
What is your favorite chip dip?
Cheese. What other? Oh, buffalo chicken dip. It's also good too. Cheese or buffalo chicken dip. Buffalo chicken dip or cheese. Those are my only two that I could think. White cheese is good. I like white cheese. Something about it is just a little bit better than the yellow one. Even though I mostly get yellow because that's all they got in the movie theaters. But if they had white cheddar, I'll take that.
Oh, so yeah, basically me you have the same thing because I do have the cheese dip as well. I like the cheese spinach dip.
Oh, spinach dip is pretty good too.
That's a guilty pleasure of mine. I just found out they sell about a tub of beef.
I don't buy the tub. See, I don't need that. I just need a nice little bowl, and that's it.
Exactly. Now you got like 7 nice little bowls.
I forgot this. Hey yo, like the fact that the news clipping, because there's Marvel's Netflix shows, like Daredevil and all that. So Netflix is like auctioning off all the costumes of their Netflix shows. And the newscasting lady was like, "Who's your favorite Marvel character?" "Mine is Superman." And you know the saying, "With great power comes great responsibility." And somebody say, and I don't know, and somebody was like, "I know she ain't just say that on national television."
That's how girls be that cute. Say that. That shit is crazy.
Wait.
If there's an earthquake on Mars, is it still called an earthquake?
I don't know, they call it a tremor.
Could, honestly. It's not an earthquake. It's a different word. It's thought. It's deep. It's deep thoughts with the D.
Nope, come on. That's what I thought.
I'm telling you, the Deep is becoming one of those fan favorite characters alongside A-Train.
You serious? He's just playing against all the evil they're doing now.
Nah, he's.
Yeah, what do you mean? Like, didn't you see on National Girlfriend, National Boyfriend? No, it was National Girlfriend Day. August 1st is A-Train Day. That's the.